It seems that I have taken myself down a very large rabbit hole because I just came across a TikTok that said the Bible tells you how to heal yourself from all sickness and diseases, Matthew 17:21. I turn to Matthew 17:21 to read it in the Bible that I read every day. It's not here. It goes from Matthew 17:20 to Matthew 17:22. 21's not in here. There's not a number 21 in here. So, we got two more. I open them up to see if they are in here. They are in fact in these ones. This is the KJV, and then this one is the NKJV, so New King James Version. This, Matthew 17:21, Jesus tells us in his words, because it's in red, because I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of old Bibles, if it's in red, that means Jesus said it in his words. Howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. We open this one up. Matthew 17:21. Oh, that is a huge problem. I'm sorry, Jesus. We have to fix that. Matthew 17:21, and these are in red also. 17:21, in red again. However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. So Jesus literally tells us from day one, and this is how corrupt the government and the USA and everybody that's involved is, because Jesus literally tells us in his words, fast and pray, and you will be healed from sickness and diseases. The government don't want us to know that though, so they took it out the Bible.
So I wanted to quickly respond to this. Hopefully this makes things clear. When you're doing a translation, it has to come from a source material. When it comes to the case of the King James Bible, as far as the New Testament is concerned, it comes from the Textus Receptus primarily. So when you get verses like Matthew 17:21, what you'll find is that the translators actually added a footnote in there based on the book of Mark, which contains the same story, except for that verse is there. The verse that says that these things come not out without prayer and fasting. When you look at these newer translations like the NLT, the NIV, etc., they come from older manuscripts like the Codex Vaticanus, the Codex Sinaiticus. Those footnotes aren't there. Therefore, they're not translated as verses. But in a lot of those newer Bibles, or if you go on the Blue Letter Bible, you'll see that that omission is there, but they'll actually let you know via a footnote of their own that this verse, this thing that we all acknowledge as a verse now, is in fact missing, and it's missing because it's not in the manuscript that they translated from. So there's nothing nefarious going on there. I hope that added some clarity. If not, ask some questions. Maybe I'll have to make a video about it in the future.